Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Friday, September 19th, 2025. What a week it has been. Let's see what's going on this morning. It is currently 5:42 Pacific time, and we have gold up $3 to 3,646, and silver up 20 cents to 41.93. Had been up more a little earlier. 41.93 against December futures of 42.31, about a 40-cent spread between spot and December futures. GSR still around 86, 86.82, and trapped in a range here, 86 to 89. Let's see what happens next. Looks like metals caught a bottom the other day. If you got silver close to 41, you got a good deal. If you got silver, you got gold about $50 off, I think, at the max of the day. You got a good deal. I think it's safe to go back in the water here, although yesterday was the buying opportunity, as I said in my video. 10-year yield, again, the fly in the ointment. Fed talking about 1, 2, or 3 rate cuts. One Fed governor wanting 5 Fed rate cuts this year. And look what's happening to the 10-year. This is a symptom of the fiat economy, of the reckless spending, of lack of control in Washington over our financial destiny. And we've got the 10-year spiking up to 4.137. Could go to 4.25. I think it'll reverse in here at some point, but this is not the plan, okay? This is not what the Treasury and the FOMC have in mind. They would like to see these rates drop. Why are they not dropping? Inflation is sticky and high. It is a rock and a hard place. Okay, the dollar would be up as well, and here we go with I would consider this a dead cat bounce. Up nearly 0.5% to 97.76. In fact, I shorted the dollar this morning in pre-market trading because I do think the dollar's going to 90. Iron copper up about 0.5 penny to 4.61. I don't think they'll be able to keep this down as well. You can see they took a heavy hand to it when it hit 583. Here it is at 461, an absolute bargain in my opinion. For let's go to a 1-month chart. Yeah, it got knocked back here recently, but 461. I'm holding copper right now in the paper market. Platinum down $3 to 13.89, but with gold, pushing 3,700. I have a target on platinum for 1,800. That is just my opinion, not financial advice. But I would think people would see platinum worth at least half of what gold is worth. Used to be gold was worth half of what platinum was worth, and there are enough old-timers out there that remember that platinum is something to pay attention to. It has a lot of the same characteristics as silver, having never been currency, having never been money. However, it is also an industrial metal, precious metal, and actually more precious than gold. So it's got a lot going for it here, and I don't think it'll linger down here in the 1300s very long. That's a spot market price. All right, the DBB, base metal fund of zinc and lead and stuff like that, down 3 cents this morning to 20.12, but since I've been holding that since 19.11, I don't think you can sneeze at that. I think all base metals are going to be more valuable. I'll talk more about that in a minute when I get to the question of the day. And the gold miners are up about, right about flat this morning at 68.79. That is the basket of gold miners, and it's been doing nothing but going up. It did have a retracement yesterday, but it didn't fall back much. GDX is it's a volatile fund. And can it push higher? Well, yeah, I think it actually could, but very volatile. You could see that down 5% in a day would not be unusual. So just use your extra money for that. I would not go really heavy into gold and silver miners. Silver miners up 10% to 64.20. Chart doesn't look as good, but seems like it found support down here at 62.96. That's how cheap you could have had it a day or two ago. All right, and in the economic calendar, boy, what a long week it has been. Let's see, we had Kashkari on, one of the Fed presidents, and he's talking bullshit about, the tariffs and how he expects 2% inflation. I think the only way we get back to 2% inflation, which would be more like 4% at the grocery store, is going to be a pretty significant downturn in the economy. I think it's going to take something close to recession to bring inflation back down. Otherwise, we're stuck with 3, and this is what the Fed can't deal with. They want to lower rates, but they don't want to see inflation run out of control, so they jawbone it. All right, so there's nothing happening today. And then next week, what do we got next week? Let's see, all roads are going to lead to jobless claims on Thursday. These metals could rally all the way into Thursday. It's very, very possible. In the markets, we've got the Fear Greed Index at 62. People very, very, very greedy. And you know what happens to pigs. But nonetheless, Dow futures up 55, S&P futures up 11, NASDAQ futures up 45. And our canary in the coal mine is... It's so funny that I can't find this on the way down. There it is. Okay, Bitcoin down 936 to 116,189 after making a very nice high around 117 and change. I think we're going to have a down day here pretty soon. All right, before we get on to the best deals, welcome all new members, subscribers, and people just passing by. Take a minute if you would and give me a thumbs up. And if you like what I'm doing here, I would also ask that you share this video on your social media if you want to see my channel grow. I know I do. I want to see everybody getting the best deals they can, not just blindly plunking down hard-earned money and paying too much. So thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for sharing. Subscribe if you want to see this every day. Before we do that, the question of the day is from a subscriber, and let me just go ahead and try to summarize it. He's talking about pocket change and wondering if it's worth sorting through. Okay, if you have good eyes and you can look for variations and valuable dates in your older pocket change. Now, personally, what I do, I throw all change into a bucket. All change. I don't differentiate it. I don't sort it, but anything I get in change, and of course nobody pays in cash anymore, so you probably don't have much. But if you don't have bags and bags of change, or you've been cashing it in at a 10% discount at Coinstar, I would stop doing that. If you're in a position where you have lots of change, I would save it, okay? And what you have there is a little treasure chest. You have money, okay? It's change, it's currency, it's money. And you have something where you'll pick little treasures out of it in the future. Or your kids will, if their eyes are good. So I would save it all and look at it at a later date. If you're so fortunate to run a laundromat or a Coke machine or something like that, save everything. If you want to sort through it for the copper pennies, if you want to sort through it for the silver, dimes, quarters, etc., which you probably won't find, you want to sort through it for war nickels or whatever, you can certainly do that, but boy, that takes a toll on your eyes. So if you want to go to the bank and buy boxes of coins at face value, you can do that and sort through those. I would just save everything. Okay, let me go on. I assume most of your regular transactions are paid in high-interest cashback credit cards, but what would you recommend for someone who still comes home with a pocket full of change every day from multiple cash purchases? Is income level a factor? Well, the lower your income, the more likely you are to sort through that change and find the good stuff. Yes, you can certainly sort through pennies. If you find a wheatback, that's certainly worth a few cents. If you find a copper penny, pre-82, I think that's worth 2 cents. But you're going to have a big chunk of those before you can sell them on eBay and overcome the shipping charge. He asked me about math. He perked up when I mentioned nickels. Okay, I mentioned nickels once or twice a month. Now, nickels, you may not know this, he's talking about sorting out the older nickels, which will have numismatic value. I'm talking about collecting all nickels. I don't care if they're old, new, they were just minted yesterday. They are 75% copper and 25% nickel. Even the modern nickels, this is the big secret in the nickels, they're getting more and more expensive to make. They will be discontinued. Every single nickel you put away today is going to be worth more in 10 years. And boxes of nickels that you buy for a $100 box of nickels you would get for $100 at the bank, it's going to bring you 200 at some point in the future. Why? Because inflation is going to bring the price of commodities up, because the U.S. Mint is going to stop making nickels at some point, and they're all going to become collectible, and then the newer ones, if they're not collectible, which they probably will be, will have significant base metal value. So keep all your nickels, my friend. Don't cash them in. And then he's asking, what's the lowest premium on junk silver that is a hedge scenario? Okay, lowest premium. Well, junk silver, we're getting it for $1.50, $2 under melt on eBay every single day. Okay, let me move on here. I spent quite a bit of time on that. But there you go. That's my thought on pocket change. Okay. All right, looks like people were buying some gold yesterday. We'll do the 1/100th itty bitty gold. This little Scottsdale Cowboy bar, 46.61 for 1/100th. That's $4,600 melt on that. And I wouldn't buy too many of those unless you find a really good deal. Try to get your quantity up a little bit. 1 gram in assay, and I do like these little bars in assay, but you can save $10 if you get it out of assay. This is an Arca Heraeus bar, 137 for a gram of gold. Multiply that by 31, you'll get the melt on that. You should get the new customer deal at bullion.com if you haven't shopped there before. I think they have a couple of new customer deals. Monument Metals has a 5-ounce at spot deal. There are lots of new stacker deals on my website here. Let's do a 1/10 gold maple. 1/10 gold maple, $3.99. 1/10 gold eagle, cheaper at $3.91 at bullion exchanges. So that's not too bad. We can beat that on eBay, I think. If you want to go to the foreign gold, you can get a 0.11 ducat at $4.19 at Monument Metals. Nothing wrong with foreign gold. Quarter-ounce BU gold eagle. Everything's BU unless I say otherwise. That ducat being the exception. That won't probably be BU. And I don't think it matters for foreign gold. They're melting all of it, guys. They're just melting it all. And you should be getting no less than 2% back a spot for your foreign gold. $9.62 for a quarter-ounce gold eagle over at Safe Haven Metals. Let's go on to a $5 commemorative, also a good choice at $8.96, 0.241 ounces of gold. Moving on to, the half-ounce Krugerrand is not too bad at, it says 1867 at Safe Haven Metals. And a 1-ounce gold eagle at bullion exchanges, $37.39, but our friends over at Texas Precious Metals will give you that coin for $36.79. More positive feedback coming out about them. I haven't found a lot else cheaper over here, but that is a good deal at Texas Precious Metals. The Buffalo, I actually forgot to update this morning, but you can get that for $37.90 at Safe Haven Metals. Do not buy that. You will lose a fortune on the buy-sell spread. The big 1.85 proof gold set is, price came down. Now look at this, $68.67 from bullion exchanges, and look at the buyback price, $66.43. You want to talk about something with a pretty low buy-sell spread. You've got significant aftermarket value in the fractional proof coins. You got a beautiful set, and you got a pretty low buy-sell spread. So you could just trade those all day long if you want to be. You want to have sovereign U.S. gold and pretty low buy-sell spread. If you go over there to their 1-ounce gold eagle, let's see if we can get the buy-sell spread on that. Here's a random year gold eagle, $37.39, and they will pay you $35.90. Look at the buy-sell spread on that, much, much higher. So be smart, guys. Be smart what you buy. Please don't throw your money away. Let's see. Wouldn't you rather have a proof gold set than a regular BU Gold Eagle? I would. I love my proof coins. Let's go to the Krugerrand, also pretty darn cheap, at $36.58 at Bullion Exchanges. You can buy that today. And moving on, we'll skip the platinum, but I do hope you have some platinum in your stack. I'm really happy I bought my 2 ounces. Let's see, a Silver Eagle, getting a little harder to find cheap. $45.87 at Monument Metals, sold out at Bullion Exchanges. The culls are $43.99. Do they buy those back? $41.20. So yeah, kind of a high buy-sell spread on the culls there. Green light is on. I think we're going to push up to 44. We may dawdle around there for a while, but when we get to 45, we'll begin the run to 50. The run from 45 or the run from 44 to 50 is going to be dramatic and fast. And you'll just have to wait for that. I think we'll push to 50. I think we'll pull back, probably back to 44. I think we'll push again and again until we bust it, and then I think we're going to 80. Will that take a day, a week, a month, a year, 5 years? I don't know. I really don't know. Who knows? We don't know. Is silver going to 4,000? Are you kidding me? God, Jesus. Let's see. Excuse me. Let's see, we got a silver maple, 44.09 at Bullion Exchanges, and the Britannia was, I think I found a Britannia, no, 44.67 at Monument Metals. Maybe it was the maple? 44.11 at Bullion Exchanges. Oh, I remember. It was the little lonely Philharmonic that was a good deal this morning. Look at that, 43.61, 43.51 in a tube of 20, 43.41 if you want to buy 100. Nothing wrong with that coin at all. Silver Philharmonic. The sovereign bullion coin, nobody stacks. Some people think it's ugly, actually. I don't have a problem with it. It's sovereign silver. You'll get the same price for that probably as you would for a maple at the LCS. Okay, oh, the privies. Okay, we're about all done with the privies. We got Superman, going to be shipping pretty soon. September 25th. I'm getting the 2.5 ounce. I'm not getting any of the 1 ounce. And, oh, you know about the other stuff up at the Mint. But Superman will be interesting when that comes out. Let's see, what else we got over at Costco. Man, they are just really, really dry these days. You can't get a Silver Eagle. You can't get a Gold Eagle. You can't get that 25-gram gold pack that I like so much. But you can get a gold bar at $37.49. That is the Dragon Bar. And that one, 2% Executive Club membership, 2% rebate credit card will get you 4% off, and that'll be about $150 off that price. We got the Pamp Liberty Bar at $4.69. The Dragon Bars are gone. So take advantage of Costco before prices go up again, and if they restock, look for what it used to be. You could get a gold buffalo for under spot. Man, I miss those days. And I stupidly sold some of those after I bought them. Pretty much any time I sold gold has been a mistake in my career, but you know how that goes. There's a lot of money. You know, gold is a significant investment. Much easier to flip silver and gold. You probably just ought to hold on to it. Okay, we got junk inching up here at 30.5 times face at SD Bullion. If you want a large lot, which looks like it might have a couple of slicks in it, 29.65 at Bullion Exchanges. Way cheaper on eBay. 20 silver rounds over at bullion.com is $43.34. And moving on to the one I like. They're selling these out, guys. I think they only have between 50 and 80 of these left. The 2-ounce silver twin maple leaf. Get over to JM Bullion somewhere. Look at the buyback prices. I think you'll see the 2-ounce buyback prices are higher than the 1 ounce if you go the easy route of selling to the big bullion dealers. At the LCS, no, they won't pay you any more for that. But at $43.07, it's not a bad price for a pretty cool little coin right there. Silver below spot, I think it's all going to be junk. Let's see. Yeah, big bags of junk. There's a 40% bag of junk. I recommend you not buy 40% silver. Let's see. The new customer deal at bullion.com, $4.23. Oh, 423. Silver's at 42.35. God, it really is going up in the futures market. Okay, Golden State Mint, what you got going on over there? They are 43.32 at GSM for a round. What else do I like here? You can get a kilo for 13.84 at Monument Metals, and a Hyundai for it's a JM. See, people bought that up. They're nice bars, those Johnson Matthey bars. And the Engelhard bar, is that still there? Yeah, 42.93 for an Engelhard bar, any type at Monument Metals. The 5 kilo baby is going to be 8,222. The buyback price on that is something like $7,000. That's that Geiger bar for you rich guys out there that just want to fondle big heavy silver. Who knows what, I mean, that'd be a horrible purchase, but boy, wouldn't you like to have one? Let's go on. I got to pass the picks of the day, guys. I just got to wait for the next opportunity at the U.S. Mint. If you're going to be shopping at the U.S. Mint, be sure you get your credit cards in order. The PayPal card is the best card for shopping at the U.S. Mint. Amex Everyday Cash will work as well there. But get your account squared up. There's going to be a ton of money made with the next year's releases. This year, I don't know. We'll have to see. People are looking at that San Francisco Mint Eagle coming up shortly. I'll keep looking at that, let you know what I think. Okay, you can pick up a pocket pinger for $35. You're going to need a micrometer as well to use that effectively. And here's the free app that comes with that. And let's do Silver Eagles. Silver Eagles, I'm on eBay now, by the way, where we save money with our high rebate credit cards. And we beat the dealer prices. And sometimes the dealers blow their stuff out on eBay so that they don't depress the price at their stores. And because credit cards are the way you pay on eBay, people miss it. That's why I'm focused on that. Here's a Cull Silver Eagle out the door in the 43s. Okay, not too bad. Here are more Culls. Here are more Culls. Here is a seller with fair feedback out the door in the 43s. I think I showed you this one yesterday. He has only got 1,000 feedback, 95% positive. All ratings. Well, see all feedback. Somebody said the lot of clothing was different. Oh, okay. He sells clothing? That might be okay. It might be okay to grab that one. So let's stop and take a look. He's only got one. It's free shipping. And we'll give him a pass on his feedback, though I don't like it. You're going to be at 45, and then 3% off 45 would be $13. $1.30, you'll be at $43.70 on these Eagles. So pick those up today, guys. If you don't have 25% of your silver stack in Silver Eagles, you're gonna be sorry. I'm telling you now. Told you yesterday, I'll keep telling you. Culls are going to be about 43 out the door. You beat the dealer on that. And BU are going to be, much, much more expensive from the big dealer. So pick up that small lot. Somebody buy those. Come on, crying out loud. Silver Maples this morning are going for $11.24 from a big seller, BU Silver Maples. $11.24 on the cheat sheet. See, still pretty cheap here at about $43.60. That'll only be about $1 something over spot. Pick up those maples, guys. You probably want to get those. You can check all the links here. Please click my links on eBay in the eBay section because that helps my channel. When you do that, you get a deal and I get a little help as well. How about a tube of Philharmonics? Only 20 in the Philharmonics. These are going to be a little under 44 out the door. That's a pretty good deal. Let's go on to junk. We've been getting smoking deals on junk. Look at that, 29.4, free shipping, big enough seller, 100% feedback, 29.4, 29.5. Then you take 3 off of that, you'll be at 28.7. So you'll beat the dealers, you beat the pants off the dealers, you'll be $1.50 or more under spot on that deal right there from Jimbei. Here's another one at 295. He'll take a best offer. He's got decent feedback. See the LCSs. Uh, he's got slicks. I just don't like the slicks. I don't know if you do, but I wouldn't. Oopsie, I wouldn't buy that. What else you got? Here's another one. This is reasonably sized seller, 100% feedback, free shipping. There's some quarters. Somebody had those underwater, looks like. I think you could clean that up. I think you could put that in a bath of baking soda and tinfoil and clean those up. Oh, hell, you could even tumble them at that price. Who would care? There's no numismatic value in those coins, but that is cheap. So you can pick up all these deals this morning and have your junk silver in place. You probably ought to have about 25% of your silver stack in junk. If you like numismatics, I like the Carson Cities. Don't put together a date range like I've done of Morgan silver dollars. You're wasting your time. Just get the key dates, get them for the cheapest price you can. Don't ever buy raw numismatics on eBay. It is a snake pit. Buy them in the slab, PCGS or NGC. See the coin that you're buying. Don't ever buy random unphotographed slabbed coins. Okay, you're going to get the worst of the bunch. You got to have eye appeal on these coins, and if you do that and you pick them up in the highest grade you can afford, like this MS65 Carson City, let's get past the trash and get on. You pick up something like this, 1883 Carson City Morgan, $574. I'm not saying that's the best price you'll get on a Morgan, but holy cow, look at that friggin' coin. Look at that. You tell me that won't be worth $1,000 someday. This is how you want to invest in numismatics. Again, in my humble opinion, I did it wrong, and then I've changed my approach, and now I do it right. Highest grade you can afford in a recognized slab of the money coin. Those appreciate the highest. That's what the big money people buy. That's why they keep going up. If you just want to mess around and get MS63s, you can certainly do that, and they'll still be beautiful and they'll be a lot cheaper, but your appreciation will probably not be as good. All right, a 1 ounce silver Libertad. Oh, I just wanted to show this. Here's the 25 Libertads, and this is what they're selling for on eBay. The BU key date. Now, he says there are only 340 minted. Okay, maybe that's true, maybe it's not. And that's going for $4,995. The kilo, he says there are 340 minted. Now, why would they make 340 of the 1 ounce and 340 on the kilo? I don't know. Somebody who's connected with the Mexico Mint, please let us know. $7,500 for a 31 ounce kilo. Now, there's something. So that would be 70. He'll take a best offer. Oh, let's say he takes 6,000 for that coin. I'm just speculating here. I would not buy this. Divided by 31, you'd be in at $193 an ounce, as opposed to 500. You'd be at 193 as opposed to $500 an ounce. The kilo would be the better deal. People are going to want that. What else we got here? A 1/10 going for $895. $8,000 for this one. The other guy's at 5, and he'll probably take 3. Here's a 1/20th. Anyway, I thought I'd show that to you. Are any of these selling? Let's just see if anything's selling. Yeah, the kilo. Look at that. The kilo sold for $3,250. Here's a kilo sold for $4,000. So if you can pick up that kilo around $90 an ounce, you might have something there that's going to do good over time. Again, I don't know. What do I know? Let's go on to the cheapest kilo, and this is probably the kilo you ought to buy at $13.90. That'd be about $13.40 or something out the door. That'll beat the dealer. Your vintage bar of the day is an auction for a Omega M&B Mining 10-ounce vintage bar. That's just a righteous bar there. Does that one have a pigtail? I like the pigtails. Look that up if you don't know what that is. That's just a beautiful bar. Yeah, go and get in the bidding there. When you bid on stuff on eBay, you get it cheaper than the buy it nows. That's why I try to buy through auctions, And that's why I try to sell through Buy It Now. $12 shipping on that one as well, but it's starting off cheap, and it'll finish in 2 days. Pick that up. All right, let's keep going here for 1 ounce rounds. We ought to be able to get these at spot. 42.93 be out the door at about 41. Whoa, that's pretty cheap. 43, and then about 130 off would put you at 41.70. That'd be well under spot for this deal right here. Probably secondary market. You can check the listing better. It's a good seller, and I hope you get those Golden State Mint Buffaloes. They're very nice. And in a small lot, can we get that well under spot? 42.50. This is a lousy feedback seller. Let's see. Oh, I'm going blind here. Only 100 transactions, 93% feedback. And just some buffaloes, just some regular old buffaloes, but that'll be well under spot if you want to play with him. I wouldn't. I would go on to this one here at 43.25. That'd be under spot, around under 42. Okay, there's a couple different ways to get cheap silver there. 100-ounce bar, which LCS may pay you less for. 42.91. When I sell 100-ounce bars, I typically sell them to Scottsdale, who pays $1.50 back a spot. 100-ounce bars are secondary market, 42.91. That'd be about 41.60 out the door, well under spot on a 100-ounce bar. You may want to pick up something beautiful. Pioneer bar is very pretty. RMC bar, that melts very well. That's that Rainforest Silver that I won't go into it. Oh, look at this one. OPM bar. Oh, there you go. There's an old vintage 100-ounce bar. It's got the vintage vibe. Interesting, there's no patina on that. Let's see. Well, on something like that, what I would do is I'd probably eat a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken, smear my hands all over it, put that up in the rafters somewhere, and let it tone up for a while. 43.65 on that one. There you go. All right, what's going on with the Army Privy Eagle? And let's see, here's the scam, but there's 219 for the booby prize. Look at this one. Looks like it's already got milk spots on it. Oh my God, I don't know. Oh man, if you get these in the slab, I sure hope they don't spot. I think silver spots more in a slab than it does outside a slab. Why would that be? Geez, it might be like the airbrush they use on it when they blow it off. I don't know. That's been my experience. Slabbed coins have a tendency to spot, in my opinion, more so than unslabbed coins. I could be unique in that. Let's see. Cheapest platinum coin is going to be probably a bar. 1474, cheapest bar. The 2023 Platinum Eagle is going for 1636. I sold mine for 1500. Shouldn't have done that. And I think Vermilion is probably out of those Platinum Eagles, which he is selling too cheap. 1 gram gold bar is going for... I'll try to get through the gold here a little faster. 125. Has this guy got a shipping charge on here? $30 shipping. Save me. I don't know. I'm just going to skip it. Let's go to a 1/10 gold eagle. Let's get that for $3.96, 3% off. How about a 1/4 ounce gold eagle? That is going for $9.84, and that one $30 off, $9.64. Up at the dealer, a 1/4 ounce gold eagle is not going for $9.64. It is going for $9.62. Oh, I lied. Okay, cheaper at the dealer. Hey, that happens. Okay, let's keep moving on. Let's go to a 1/2 ounce gold eagle. 1/2 ounce gold eagle, not a bad size for a gold eagle, is going for $19.21. They look like proofs. Oh. $19.20. That's a BU for... I don't like that picture. Oh, get the proof. Okay, $19.21. 3% off of that. Let's do the math. Maybe we'll save some money here on gold. I think you can buy gold today. Yesterday would have been better. 1921 times 0.97. Use that PayPal card, and you'll be out the door at 1863. 1863 versus, sorry, starting to go blind here, hold on, versus 1884. Save 20 bucks a coin shopping on the Old Bay. All right, and from, good sellers. All right, how about a buffalo? We really had a high price on the buffalo. The dealers think they're made out of gold or something. 38.46. Hey, okay, 38.46. On that one, you'll take about 110 bucks off. 37.43. Check my math, guys. 37.43 versus this crazy price here of 37.90. Save 50 bucks a coin if I did my math correctly. Okay, good deal. Better deal on the buffalo, but get that 1.85 proof gold set, huh? How cheap are those? 71.88. That'll be out the door for under 7,000. Cheaper at the dealer. Okay, and a $5 commemorative, good alternative to that pricey quarter-ounce gold eagle. Somebody bought that beautiful basketball coin. If you bought that, I would love to see a picture of it. You have no idea how beautiful and exotic that basketball coin is. Really a home run by the U.S. Mint. Man, all those gold, a lot of the gold offerings are just worth so much more today. Of course, probably because gold doubled. All right, a $5 commemorative, $8.99. No OGP or anything, but nobody cares when they buy these back because they just dump them. They just sell them as generic. But the OGP is nice to have if you want to admire it. And nothing wrong with this. $8.99. On this one, you will get 3 times 9. You'll get $27 off. You'll be at $8.63. $8.73 on a $5 commemorative. $8.73 versus this price right here, best price on the internet. $8.73 versus $8.97. That's a good deal right there. And maybe we should slow down and do the math. You pick that up at $8.73. $8.73, you divide by what? 0.241. All these $5 commemoratives are 0.241. The aftermarket is very confused about $5 commemoratives. $36.22 against a spot price of $36.52. $30 under melt for a U.S. sovereign gold coin. Okay, that's a home run right there. All right, I think I just got to wrap it up there, guys. Lots of good stuff on the website. You can click all the links and find something you want. If you see something in my eBay store, you want to trade some old messed up silver for something nice, you can certainly do that. I love to do trades. I just did a great trade with a channel member and love it. Love doing trades with you guys. I got stuff I want to get rid of. You got stuff you want to get rid of. You got stuff you want. I got stuff I want to sell. Hey, that works out okay for me. But you got to ship first. All right, you can refine your bars in the Devil Forge. There's a click to Amazon there. And there's an Amex card. Got to get that card, 3% cash back. I love it. PayPal card. I hate PayPal. I hate the PayPal credit card company people. It's an awful company, very high interest rates, but it's one of the only 3% rebate credit cards that are unlimited in the world. So get it, okay? I had to get rid of mine because they flagged me as a dealer, but hey, get it. Get that PayPal card. And use it on eBay and shop along with me. If you can't get that one, get the American Express card, and I still use this card every day, but I'm about maxed out for the year. I think around 6,000 maxes you out on Amex, but they're going to pay you when you pick it up. So that's a great card as well. Here's a couple other cards I really like as well. So I think with that, I'm just going to give you my commendations and salutations and say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every channel member, and I do appreciate the members of the chat room who are always snaking out good stuff and giving good advice. So get in there and mix it up. And aside from that, thank you for the cups of coffee. Thank you for the super thanks. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for channel membership. It's all good, guys, and I'm glad you're here, and I really think this community rocks. I will see you guys tomorrow.